How you doing, guys? I'm Jiffy Nano, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the state of For Honor right now. Now, people are saying that this game is dying, and it really is. Its console player base isn't doing very well. Its PC player base is down to less than a third of what it used to be. And that's not good for a fighting game. People who keep playing fighting games are going to continue to get better and better and better. And then when people who try to join into it, they're going to get stomped on. Go, to hell with this, I don't want to play this. And never play it again. And so far, the people's biggest complaint is connectivity issues. Now personally, I haven't had a whole lot. I lose a game every once in a while, which is really good for a peer-to-peer system. But a peer-to-peer system is the problem itself. Lag hurts this game a lot. For a game that requires precision and great reaction times, just to fight, to block, to attack, to do anything, lag is going to hurt it. Lag affects this game a lot. And without dedicated servers, this game's just going to lose more players as it goes on. Now, I get it that dedicated servers are expensive, and they didn't necessarily think this game was going to be as popular as it was. And just like Rainbow Six Siege, which this game is very comparable to, it's got the same multiplayer setup, it's got the same DLC setup, and just like Rainbow Six Siege, it started off as a peer-to-peer system, which they changed later on, which greatly improved the gameplay experience. Do I think they'll add dedicated servers later? Maybe. Well, but with the way this game has been going in popularity and player base, it's hard to say. The next thing people complain about is balance issues. Now, I'm going to keep comparing this game to Rainbow Six Siege because of the similarities, and I know for a fact that a lot of the operators on Rainbow Six Siege during launch were a little too strong. And this game's no different. This is a fighting game. It's going to be a little weird for a while. It's going to fluctuate in balances and meta, and eventually I think they'll get to a good balance. But right now, if you're not playing an assassin or a turtle character like the Conqueror or the Warlord, there's nothing you can do. The assassins just move too fast for certain characters to even block them. They change stances too slow. And then the Warlord and Conqueror can just turtle up, wait for you to hit them, and then get in free damage. And there's no real way to counter that. Being aggressive just makes it so they can hit you more, and turtling up just makes it so you stand there staring at each other. The real problem is if they were to increase recovery time for when you hit their shield like that, there would be no point in playing as any of those characters. Meanwhile, the only way to change assassins is to make their attacks slower, which would defeat the purpose of an assassin, or make everyone else's block the same speed, which could work, but then maybe the turtle characters would be a little too strong. Personally, I would normalize a stance change speed on all the characters except for the Warlord and the Conqueror, because they have the all block stance, which should make up for the fact that they're slower. I would also make it so that their light attacks after they get a block with their all stance comes out slightly slower. That way, players have a chance to block or dodge out of the way of it. That way, it's not a guarantee. Last thing I want to talk about is vortexes. Now, vortexes have been a part of fighting games forever, and personally, I find them really annoying, but they exist, and they're probably never going to go away anytime soon. Now, I don't think any of the vortexes in For Honor right now are ridiculously strong. I don't think they're overpowered. I just think some tweaks need to be made so you can get out of them a little easier. I know when I've tried to dodge out of the sweep from the Valkyrie and I look nowhere near it, I still get knocked over, and I feel like that's part of the lag problem and would be solved by dedicated servers, but it's really hard to tell. Anyway, I really enjoy this game. It's really upsetting that it's dwindling the way it is, and I hope it comes back. It's probably one of the most unique fighting games I've ever played, and when it works, it's fun. It's got all the makings to become an esport if it can be balanced correctly, and for the first time, it's an esport that I would actually want to get into. But that's all I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Jiffy Nano, signing off.